Okay, let's begin. All right. First of all, congratulations on the Oscar nomination. What was your reaction while watching the nominations? You're seeing your own movie in the category.
Yes. So yeah, as we were pronounced the fifth name, we had to go through this deep doubt that we were not selected, and then actually the last name was ours, so we were quite happy.
Yeah. And I'm really excited. You must be heading for LA next month or whenever the Oscars is, and I really hope you win because it's a really good film. I saw it last night, and I loved it genuinely. So, and I have a lot of questions to ask you. So let's begin. First of all, how did this project come to be? What inspired you to make it? Did anything in your past influence it?
Yeah, there were. First of all, it was about our connection which we have with Iran. And yeah, so my mother was connected to Iran, and so she was hearing that that was 2 years ago, that a lot of people were disappearing. So I found it very terrible to hear and terrifying. So I decided if I do a short movie, it will be something around this. So that's basically how it came together.
Right.
And also there is a part of the part of this girl is a bit connected to me, because in the first few minutes I didn't want to tell why she's there, and when you see a girl with a hijab all alone there, we judge her, and this judging I wanted to keep in the beginning of the movie also. Like I was also judged as an immigrant, that you are just exposed to be judged.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you see a person with a hijab and a red suitcase that they're keeping with them all the times, you think many things, and it's a really good movie. And the opening scene, you really don't know what's happening. I had no clue what this movie was about. I hadn't seen the trailer. I hadn't read the description. I went in blind, and I was totally amazed by what you had made.
Thank you.
All right, and you wrote the script. You had a little contribution to it. So when did you start writing it?
Yeah, so when I had this, I began to put the first lines, and then I called my screenwriter, and actually we worked together then on it.
All right, and
it was 2 years ago.
2 years ago. So yeah, it's a long way in the making. And did you, while filming, did you stick to the script, or was there any improvisation done by the actors which you thought you really liked and then you kept it in the film?
Yeah, so I have a red line where it's in the script what I think and so on, and then in this thing I let a lot of improvisation come together, and because sometimes they offer you things you didn't even think about it, and I just take it as a gift from the actors, even from the cameraman. Sometimes he's doing a movement and said, wow, this could you would keep. So I have also always a red line, because I storyboard the whole movie, and in this storyboard, in this red line, I let things also happen, and that's the beauty of what's going on suddenly.
Yeah, I could certainly notice it, that most of the things were on the spot, improvised. And speaking of the actors, how was the experience working with them? You had some great the main actress, she was amazing. What was the decision in casting her? Did you audition her, or what was the process?
Yeah, I went to Paris because in Luxembourg I didn't find exactly what I was searching, so I went to Paris. So we organized the casting there, and this girl was amazing. Among three, there were three girls amazing, and this one finally was my choice, because not only she has this Maghrebian background, which has this patriarchal domination of man and so on, all this she knew about. And also when she had to play that, suddenly I felt that it was something that she was not playing anymore. It was feeling very real. She was really inside of it, because also her own family and so on. So then I knew it was her, and the rest was work and rehearsal.
Amazing. She gave a really amazing performance. She was the highlight of the film, obviously. And speaking of making this movie, while writing the script, you must have imagined, you storyboard, as you said, and you think about scenes, and in your mind you have an idea of what they want to be like. So did any scene particularly turn out to be better than what you had originally thought? Any kind of surprise you saw?
Mm, yeah, when you go anyway from storyboard to a real, it's everything better, you know,
Yeah,
because things are really in the reality, and actually you get inside of this because now it's happening in front of your eyes, you know. And for me, the fact that we had a handheld camera and so on, it was creating some real reality in this. And you had the feeling it's really happening. Sometimes I was also myself feeling with the actress. I said, wow, what would happen if this guy was real, you know, coming in the bus after the girl. So in
oh
this
wow.
moment, I was having the idea that it's somehow working, because I was really scared for her. And actually it was the shot of the movie. But what is very important, I was always thinking how I can bring something inside of the movie which is talking about what we don't like about the Iranian regime.
Yeah,
Like I can give you one example. It's a small example, but it's
yeah,
one example for many others. Like the guy is put the flowers on the floor. Yeah, he has to go on. He has to take them because the guy is coming. Said you have to take them and put them in the rubbish. Yeah. So he was going down and taking the flowers. I said, I don't want this. I want you that you go on your knees and take this flower like you were praying, like this Muslim are praying. They go on the knees, they do like this.
yeah,
I
yeah,
want you to give me this idea of praying, turn to Mecca, you know. Because why? Because these people are believing in religion, but next to it are buying girls. So I wanted this to come out on this, that he is going on his knees exactly, like exact movement of praying, and suddenly the other visual is coming in front of him, and this guy who is believing in his religion is powerless in front of authority. And this, just in this stuff, we have an idea of political stuff, which I put it inside because in every scene I was trying to search something like this. I have others, but this is one of them.
that was an amazing scene, you know, when he's collecting the flowers from before and he's almost bowing down fully, as you said. You beautifully described it right now. And you know, and it's one of those scenes when he was talking to the girl's father and he said, you know, I gave you guys money, and the girl has run away. And you know, you think that he's a powerful man, and then he's just brought down to this level of, you know, like a normal human being, and
Exactly.
it's amazing to see.
Yeah.
And talking about, you know, the Islam regime, what's your opinion, or your personal opinion, on forced marriages in Islam, you know, of girls like 16, 17, 18, 19 year olds getting married at such a age, not getting education and otherwise, you know?
Mm-hmm. I could answer you on this question, but you should know that my topic, yeah, it's about this, you know, giving your child away for forced marriage. But the main important thing, which is inside, it's more that there is a woman in the domination of man. You
Yes.
understand? Because there is the father. That's why we don't have the mother. There's the father, the patriarch. Say, I decide and you do. And there is the other man. I want and I pay. Yeah. And it's a transaction between these two. Because of what? Because of this regime who gives you this possibility to do this. The man has the power of the woman. So we do a transaction and we bring this girl there. So he's not doing any transaction to anybody, like a forced marriage to somebody. No, somebody who has the same tradition. So that makes it that it's so difficult for this girl to go against all this, that the scene when she's going in the bathroom, taking the hijab off, why it's so difficult? It's because she knows that she's going against something which she doesn't like, but she was formed to be like that, you know, and that's why this scene is so strong. I don't accept this. I don't accept this patriarchal, this domination, and I want to be free and have the free will. That's why I take this hijab off. And while she's taking it off, I told to the actress to watch in the lens of the camera. By watching in the lens of the camera, she's also telling to other people, other women oppressed, to join in her and go the same direction than her.
Amazing, amazing. That was an amazing scene, and that's one of the reasons I really hope you win, because this is something that should really come to light in the world. And you know, and if it really does, then your film has made a huge impact, and that's why I really wanted to talk to you, because it's not only a short film which is, you know, directed quite amazingly. It also sends a message about something really important that's been happening since centuries, and it's about time there should be
It's
a
not
change.
happening about centuries. It's happening right now in the streets. I
Yeah,
have family in Iran. They have been shot on them. They are being they are shooted at them. So it's not only something's going on, but it's something actually right now when we are speaking going on. I just saw a scene that the house was burning, and yeah, it's right now.
It's right now, and exactly. My prayers to you and your family, and to everyone who's in Iran
Thank you.
suffering right now. And going back to the film, did I know you're a filmmaker, but like, did any films inspire you while making this film? Did you go back to watch anything that really inspired you?
Yeah, for the scene of when she's watching in the camera, I went through a Polish black and white movie, which was in Cannes, but I forgot the name. Yeah,
It's okay.
it was, yeah, it was in Cannes. I don't remember the name. Just it was also a woman who is working in a hospital, who is working in the church, and she has also this tongue from church people who have on,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she has a date with a man. So for her, it was very difficult to take it away because to go on the date. But the way it was filmed, I inspired myself from this. I'm inspiring myself also from a lot from the grammar of American movie, because where you are really with the person, and you go through her all experience and you identify to this. And for this, I use a lot the grammar of the American film directors like Hitchcock, Brian De Palma, Spielberg, and
Yes.
because they go to the extreme identification to this character, and that's what I really like, you know. And the movie should very very simple. If you take all these big directors, the common point to have that the movie is very simple, and this was a main point for me. I didn't want to have a very complicated film and so on and so on. I wanted to be very simple, but in this simplicity bring a lot of stuff.
Yes, yes. And do you think there's a lot of symbolism in your film, like the hijab, which represents the, girl's past and her entire identity, and then the red suitcase, a thing which is, it's like maybe it's her past, she's not letting go of it, and like in the end, the suitcase does go and she has to let go of her past. Did you like start anything
As I
like,
said, as I
yeah,
said, for me, it's a very frontally clear everything. Why I decided to have a red suitcase, because for me from the beginning, the red suitcase, it's a heart. So the color red, it's for the heart. So that's why I was saying to this girl, when you take it as your heart, because it's the only thing that it's your heart. So she was taking like this because the heart is here. And yeah, so and when the luggage is taken for her in this trunk, it's like the luggage, they are taking her heart away. So that's why when I was preparing this shot, I didn't want to have, when you put the camera here, you have sharp here and unsharp here. I didn't want any part to be unsharp. So because I wanted to have this idea that it's, her heart going away. So I decided to put a split dioptry, which makes that the two sides are sharp.
yes,
And if you watch this shot, both are sharp, which Clint Eastwood is a lot using, and you have much more this idea that the luggage is close to her, like her heart is ripped off.
yeah. It was in the end. It was when it was taken from her. It was amazing. And the bus scene, I think the highlight of the film, because you're so anxious, you're on the edge of your seat, if like he'll find her and if she'll escape. And then she goes into the luggage center. And obviously, it ends on an ambiguous note. You don't know what happens to her, if she survives in this new country, if she goes back to her father, if she accepts that, her husband is there. And there's something really beautiful about, and the movie ends on this poster, an advertisement of a hair commercial, a skin commercial, which then goes back to her taking off the hijab, and how people live differently in this country and how she has to adjust to this new era. That was amazing. Could you talk to me something about the idea of
Yeah.
putting that as the last shot?
Yeah, so it gives the idea that women are perhaps more free in in other countries, but on the other side, not that free, because when the camera is going very very close, the look of her face, it's not is
Yeah.
also frightened.
Yes.
So it means that we also live in a place where we are using the sexuality of the woman to sell products. There are a lot of posters during the movie where we see that it's used the legs of the girl, the mouth of the girl to sell products, phone, pizzas, and so on. And at the end, I wanted to give this idea that maybe it's not that hard here that how it is in Iran, where people are dying, but some problems are also here. And it's like everywhere, you know, and that the women have to be protected also abroad.
Absolutely. And I came to this movie quite uneducated about the entire Iranian regime. And after the film ended, I did a little bit of research. I'm still quite uneducated about it, but you know, this has been brought to my attention as to the other people who see this film. And a big thanks to the Academy for, you know, nominating this, because now it will reach many, many and more people. And your
Yeah,
work will be
that was
seen.
exactly, that was the main point for me. As I said, winning or not winning is second degree, but when the visibility, it's more, and especially now, I mean, this is making me happy and proud, whatever the end will be.
Absolutely. You know, getting shortlisted in the beginning is a big thing in its own, then getting nominated. And the idea that if you win, it will be really good. And you know, that's it. I really like this film. When the film ended, I have a lot of Arabic friends, and I called them and I said, you have to see this, you know, because I know nothing about it and I really liked it. And you know, since you've lived this, your families, you know about this, you'll really, really love it. So I recommended it to them and they really loved it. So thanks for your film, you
Thank
know,
you so
and
much.
I have to
Thank you.
bid you good luck for the Academy Awards. I really hope you win.
Thank you.
I
Thank
really
you
hope
so
you
much.
win and get your voice towards across as many people as you can. And again, congratulations. I really loved your film. I hope you have a great day.
Thank you so much.
All right.